This is Force 13, Australia Oceania Channel, and we continue to cover ex-tropical cyclone Penny, and was located near 17.5 degrees south, 154.2 degrees east, about 680 kilometres east northeast of Bowen. Sustained winds in the centre, 65 kilometres per hour, with wind gusts to 95 kilometres an hour. And remain slow moving over the next few days. The tropical low is forecast to move west towards the tropical east coast of Queensland, most likely approaching during Wednesday night or Thursday morning. And it's increasing unlikely, but still possible, for the system to redevelop into a Category 1 tropical cyclone over the western Coral Sea. I love the Bureau's terminology, and there's still a lot of uncertainty re what the tropical low is going to do. Now we have a look at the latest track. Meteorology has also issued a severe weather warning. For damaging winds, heavy rainfall for parts of the Herbert, Lower Burdekin and Central Coast, including the Whitsunday Islands regions. Heavy rain damaging wind gusts to develop between Alva Beach and Serena from late on Monday evening. Flash flooding remains a possibility over the southern flank of the system from late on Monday evening or during Tuesday morning. Heavy rain should initially develop about coastal areas between Alva Beach, Serena, extending inland during Tuesday. 6 hourly rainfall totals between 140 millimetres and 180 millimetres possible, with isolated heavier falls in excess of 200 millimetres possible. Now we have a look at the Bureau's radar for the Mackay region. Damaging winds with peak gusts of around 90 kilometres an hour may develop over the Whitsunday Islands from Monday evening or Tuesday morning, and under the severe weather warning areas that could be affected: Mackay, Bowen, Ayr, Proserpine, Collinsville and Hamilton Island. And now we have a look at the latest Bureau Meteorology's 12-hourly rainfall outlook. And again, it's the area north of Mackay. However, gale warning is now current for the Townsville Coast, Mackay Coast, including the Great Barrier Reef offshore waters. And a similar one for Tamai. The Bureau's total forecast of rain, and note the area in green through to dark blue. This is across the next 8 days, and it's going to be the top end of Australia. Then it changes again. Note the area offshore from Cairns down to Townsville, but then the Darwin region. Now we have a look at the life of the ex-tropical cyclone, and what's the Joy Typhoon Warning Centre saying? They have it located near 17.5 degrees south, 154.1 degrees east, Winds maximum sustained 35, gusting 45. And it's about 477 nautical miles east of Cairns, tracking south-southwest at 5 knots. This is over the last 6 hours. Animated enhanced infrared satellite imagery shows a small flare of convection due to diurnal maximum that is being shared to the southwest of the exposed low-level circulation centre. 85 GHz image shows a broad, ragged, low-level circulation with convection to the south. The initial position is based on the exposed centre in the infrared loop with high confidence. The initial intensity of 35 knots is based on the flaring convection and a partial ASCAT pass, which also showed a large swath of 30 to 34 knot winds to the southwest of the centre. Whilst the VOIC current intensity is T1.5 25 knots, the automated technique, this is VOIC, yields a current intensity of T2.6 39 knots, moderate 15 to 20 vertical wind shear has abated around the tropical low, or the Joint Typhoon Warning Centre has a tropical cyclone 08P, which is also experiencing excellent poleward outflow, thus allowing the recent return of some deep convection. Sea surface temperatures remain favourable, 27-28 degrees Celsius. Tropical Cyclone 08 is tracking southwest along the northwestern edge of a subtropical ridge located to the southeast. The steering ridge will be the primary steering feature for the remainder of the forecast. Sea surface temperatures will remain favourable as the cyclone tracks westward. Vertical wind shear is forecast to decrease in the near term. Modelling including HWRF, COAMPS, NAFGEM, COAMPS GFS forecast slight intensification, but the Joint Typhoon Warning Centre's forecast track holds the intensity steady at 35 knots. Now we have a look at the NOAA FLOTUS. And this 35 knots is in the later forecast period, diminishing outflow aloft, increasing vertical wind shear. Land interaction will lead to dissipation within 72 hours. I'll put a question mark beside that because the Bureau's position indicates that it might have stalled. So we'll see what the Bureau says at 11 o'clock. The Joint Typhoon Warning Centre's forecast track towards the recent ECMWF solution, which is south of the multi-model consensus. Whilst there is high confidence in the centre's forecast track, wave height is 20 feet. And saw a fair bit of flaring in the infrared when you look at the cloud tops, which are cooling, could be up to minus 90 Celsius. Let's see, white and black. Now we have a look at various models, tracks. There are no warnings for the state of New South Wales, nothing for Victoria, Nothing for South Australia. Nothing for Tasmania. Nothing for the Northern Territory. Fire weather warning. East Pilbara Coast, the West Pilbara Coast, East Pilbara Inland, Ashburton Inland and Gascoyne Coast fire weather districts. Now we have a look at the various models, starting off with the GFS. And a strong wind warning for the Perth local waters, Latterson, Perth, Bunbury Geograph, Leeuwin Coast. Now it's a BSCH website, it's a GFS wind probability, and you can clearly see where the intense wind is going to be. Upper level divergence remains strong, it's 30 knots. Wind shear and the 850 millibare vorticity. And finally, it's the Pivotal Weather website, GFS precipitation model. Force 13's AU channel will continue to bring the latest information, and whilst we also have Tropical Cyclone Mona on the radar over there in Fiji, threat might be decreasing.
You can follow Force 13's outlets, the website force13.com, our YouTube page youtube.com/Force13, on Facebook under the same name Force13, and our Twitter handle, it's @Force13 if you wish to get in touch. You can also add Force 13 on Skype and my personal account on Discord, Fool13, at extension 9094.